Hello everyone, welcome back. Did you get a chance to read today's article, US Beef Prices Soar? The piece explains how beef has become one of America's most expensive everyday foods, with prices rising more than 60% since 2020. The main reason is a historic drop in the US cattle herd, now the smallest since the 1950s, caused by droughts, high feed costs, and ranchers leaving the industry. Imports aren't offering much relief either because of tariffs and livestock safety restrictions. As a result, even small supply disruptions trigger sharp supermarket price swings. The article also shows how families and restaurants are adjusting their diets and menus, shifting to cheaper proteins as beef becomes a hidden luxury shaped by climate, trade tensions, and long-term structural change. Let's take a closer look at today's story by checking your understanding with a short quiz. You can pause if you need more time to think. Ready? Let's get started. First question, why has the U.S. cattle herd reached its smallest size since the 1950s? A. Lower beef demand. B. Droughts, high feed costs, and ranchers leaving. C. A shift toward vegetarian diets. D. Increased safety regulations. Take a moment to think about it. The correct answer is B. Drought conditions, expensive feed, and ranchers exiting the business all contributed to the decline. Number 2. Which factor limits the ability of imports to stabilize beef prices? A. Foreign supply is too large. B. Consumers prefer only domestic beef. C. Imports are banned worldwide. D. U.S. tariffs and livestock safety restrictions. Consider your answer carefully. The correct answer is D. Heavy tariffs on Brazilian beef and restrictions on Mexican imports prevent supply relief. Time for a quick true-false quiz. Number 3. Families in the U.S. are switching to cheaper proteins like chicken and pork due to rising beef costs. Think about your response. The answer is true. The article says families are grilling less and choosing cheaper cuts and alternative proteins. Number 4. An executive order could quickly increase cattle supply and lower beef prices. Reflect on your answer. The answer is false. No executive order can instantly increase cattle numbers or eliminate drought risk. Having explored the article through these questions, let's now engage in a discussion to delve deeper into the themes presented. Consider the following question and share your thoughts. Here is a question for you. Have you ever changed your diet because of rising food costs? What did you switch to? That's a relatable question. What's your perspective on it?
I have, actually. When certain foods suddenly became noticeably more expensive, I found myself choosing alternatives without much hesitation. Beef was one of them. I started buying more chicken or legumes because they were simply more affordable. It wasn't just about saving money. It also made me rethink what essential foods really are. Another point is that diet changes often happen quietly, long before people openly acknowledge their adjusting habits. And switching foods can feel surprisingly empowering because it helps people stay flexible during economic pressure. Ultimately, diet shifts remind us that food culture is adaptable, shaped as much by budgets as by taste.
Thanks for joining today. The surge in beef prices shows how deeply economics can influence daily life, right down to what we cook for dinner. As costs keep shifting, adaptability becomes just as important as preference. See you next time.